Who do you have for replacing the infamous David, Kiefer Sutherland?
This was hard because this is an iconic role. I went Christian Slater, JD and Heathers.
That's a solid pick. What's that movie? Very Bad Things. Like
I love that movie.
I mean, I know it's not in the 80s, but he's got devil in his eyes.
And also leads an innocent to the brink of the dark side in Heathers. Very similar. Because he's funny. You're not supposed to like him, but you like him.
Welcome to Buzz in the Tower, a podcast dedicated to the movies of the 1980s. Our mission is to take you on a most excellent adventure through time. Buzz in the Tower is so much more than a podcast. It's the map to One-Eyed Willie's treasure. And all you have to do is sit back, listen, and repeat after me. Klaatu! Barata! Buzz in the Tower answers the questions you didn't even know you had. Like who would win in a fight, John Rambo or Hans Gruber? Or who is dreamier, Jake Ryan or Marty McFly? So as we rank, debate, and offer fresh takes of the best from 80s cinema, please remember, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and listen to a podcast once in a while, you could miss it. Don't forget to subscribe to Buzz in the Tower on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. For bonus content, you can find us on all social media channels by searching our handle @BuzzinTheTower. For more podcasts, information, or to contact us with topics you'd like us to talk about, visit our website, buzzinthetower.com. That's BUZZN, thetower.com. Buzz in the Tower is brought to you by Verde Media. Max, I couldn't be happier with the way our website looks.
So good.
Yeah, if you haven't had a chance to take a look at our website yet, you need to right away. These guys, website development, online marketing, they are outstanding. Am I exaggerating at all?
It is so choice. If you have the means, I highly recommend having them build you one.
I love it. I love it. Look, they're the best of the best. And working with John, their owner, a self-admitted 80s martial arts movie nerd, was an absolute joy.
Is that why you said best of the best?
That is why I said that. Was a tip of the hat to John. They're more than our sponsor. They're our partner. And if you are looking to build a website, they are the group to go to. Find their link on our website and check them out, Verde Media. Today's episode, Recasting the Lost Boys. Welcome to Santa Clara, murder capital of the world. With October in full swing, the time has come to put our full focus on the definitive vampire movie of the 1980s. In a truly sacrilegious act, we will take what some would call the best vampire movie ever, sorry Once Bitten, and recast it with actors and actresses from the 1980s. Holy water, garlic, and a stake through the heart can't stop us from tampering with perfection. I'm Mo Shapiro, and joining me as always, the Alan Frog to my Edgar Frog, Max Sanders. And with that, let's recast the Lost Boys.
Are you making fun of Once Bitten?
Thou shalt not fall.
Don't avoid the question, all right?
Thou shalt not die.
Come on.
I'm singing from the music of the best vampire movie ever.
Fright Night.
No, that's a good movie though.
Yeah.
The Lost Boys, Max. I can't believe it's so funny that we haven't even done The Lost Boys yet, because we've had a couple of our fans writing us.
Voluptuous Cannibal.
She has basically said, I will not be your fan anymore unless you do this movie. This movie is just fantastic.
We haven't mentioned it at all, right? Like ever.
We don't talk a lot about it. I can tell you that. But yeah. It's October, so Halloween fest. Yeah, spooky season for you and I. So we're gonna.
And this is corny and campy. And
no. What? No. It's not corny or campy. This is a serious movie about vampires.
There's glitter in the blood.
All right, well, that's fine. We'll get to the glitter in the blood. Max, welcome to the show.
Hi,
how are you?
I'm tired.
Yeah, bartending at that bar that we can't use its name, but it's in Ann Arbor, and
we'll call it Schmore Schmeepers.
Whoa, look at this. We're getting closer. The place that keeps score.
Stop it.
All right, sorry. All right, we're doing a recast of Lost Boys. Every recasting episode, I take a moment to show you appreciation for strong-arming me into doing this, because I was terrified about recasting.
It's so weird this is your soft spot.
No, but now I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it now, because I like doing it.
You're a little nervous.
Because we get messages. We get messages. People lose their minds over our picks.
Maybe once.
Maybe once. What do I got? TikTok. That's it. Go on TikTok. Check out the Buzz in the Tower flybys so you too can win a $50 gift card to 80stees.com, our sponsor, the one, the only.
Get a Beetlejuice one. I want the Beetlejuice. What's the one with the
You just said
Dante's
it twice.
Inferno?
Don't say it again.
Beetlejuice.
Oh my God.
Is he here?
Is that technically qualify as like an October movie that we could do? Or
Yeah.
All right. Just something to think about.
Oh,
Because we got a couple more weeks in October.
What do we do with it?
I don't know. We'll have to think about that.
I'm not recasting that.
You could be Victor Maitland.
Wait, that's Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I don't know why I'm thinking not Victor Maitland. What's the family's name? Dietz's. That's what I meant. Not Victor Maitland. I don't know why. Yeah, you could be Victor Maitland.
That's really strange.
My head is not in Beetlejuice. It's in The Lost Boys.
Let's do it.
Max, let's talk about The Lost Boys.
1987. Great movie year.
For the uncultured out there who haven't seen The Lost Boys, let's start with talking about what this movie is about. Michael Emerson and his young brother Sam travel with their recently divorced mother Lucy, who we love.
Diane Wiest.
We love
Ultimate
her.
Mom.
Ultimate Mom.
She was the hardest to recast. There's not that many great moms in the 80s.
Mine's straight out of
Napalm.
I've said straight fire too many times. We'll use different terms. It's really, really good. So they moved to a small beach town of Santa Clara.
Not a real place.
No, not a real place. It's what's it called?
It's based on Santa Cruz.
Thank you, Santa Cruz.
We can go more details later. You want me to go now?
I'll go through the story.
Okay.
To live with her eccentric father, referred simply as Grandpa.
Love him.
Michael and Sam begin hanging out on the boardwalk, which is plastered with flyers of missing people, while Lucy gets a job at a video store run by a bachelor, Max Lawrence. I've said this once, I'll say it 100 times. Don't trust people named Max.
What?
I've said it.
You don't say that.
I'm saying it now.
What about Mad Max? You trust him.
No, I don't. Nor
don't?
do I trust Max Lawrence. Michael becomes fascinated by Star, which is the best name for anyone ever. A beautiful young woman he spots on the boardwalk, though she seems to be interested and in a relationship with the mysterious David.
David.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That hair.
Yeah, he's handsome. Please just try to control yourself. He is also the leader of a biker gang, not the same type of biker gang from the Karate Kid, just so we're clear.
So you're acknowledging they were a biker gang.
This is a biker gang because they're not driving BMX
But you
bikes.
called them in comparison.
Whatever. I was making a point. They're not the same.
I win.
In the local comic book store, Sam meets brothers Edgar and Allan Frog. If you are familiar with Edgar and Allan, it's a play on Edgar Allan Poe. Yeah, there you go. A pair of self-proclaimed vampire hunters who give him horror comic books to teach him about the threat that they claim has infiltrated the town.
Vampires everywhere.
Pretty much. Long story short.
And it's the murder capital of the world.
It is the murder capital of the world. Just like all teenage boys, Michael puts himself in perilous danger by following this girl who he makes eye contact with, and he is turned into a vampire.
For Jamie Gertz, I'd do it too.
Yeah, I think about it. He becomes a vampire. His younger brother, Sam, played by Corey Haim.
So good.
Not Ham.
Yeah. I know.
You have a tendency to call him Ham.
I've gotten better.
All right.
Yeah.
Helps him with the Frog brothers, basically hunt down, kill the vampires, save the day, etc., etc. David, the head vampire, Kiefer Sutherland. And let's jump into all the wonderful things about this movie. There's a lot. And we have to be careful because we still have to recast this movie.
Yeah.
So, like, I have to tell you.
I like when you get fact oriented.
I am getting. So, James Jeremias. I could be butchering his name.
Sounds right.
So you made a face like you don't know this. I'm going to be ecstatic if you don't know this.
No, I don't know this.
Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. So he was a grip. He worked on the studio lot and he had this idea for The Lost Boys. So he had read Anne Rice's Interview with a Vampire, which I love. Have you seen the movie Interview with a Vampire?
It's not a great movie.
I love it.
It's really bad.
I don't know why. I love it. I'm telling you right now, I love it, which is probably why I love this movie. So he had read it, and in that, he was reading about the one character, which was the 200-year-old vampire trapped in the body of the 12-year-old girl.
Yep.
And
Kirsten Dunst.
Yes, and he also, James, also loved Peter Pan. So in his mind, he's like, wow, I wonder if the reason Peter Pan came out at night and never grew up and could fly was because he was a vampire. That's the foundation of the script that he wrote for The Lost Boys.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Now let's take a step forward because it gets even wilder.
The Peter Pan thing I didn't think about.
Yeah, it gets wilder. I know. And now you're sitting here looking at me like, oh my God, is Peter Pan a vampire?
Yeah.
Well, The Lost Boys.
Yeah, no, I know. I didn't realize the name.
Okay.
Yeah.
How could you not put that
I don't
together?
know. I don't know.
Jesus, tap dancing Christ, Max. All right. Warner Brothers buys the script and paid like $500,000 or something, which is a lot for a first-time writer who was a grip. And they hired Donner, Richard Donner, our guy, off of the heels of Goonies. So Donner was going through rewrite hell. He wanted to change it. He thought it was a little too PG, kid-like, but then he wanted to turn it into something that was basically Goonies meet vampires. So he works on the script. He grabs Jeffrey Boehm to write, and Jeffrey Boehm, if you don't know who that is, had just written Cronenberg's Dead Zone.
Oh my God.
So that feel that you get, the reason I'm bringing this up is that The Lost Boys has this wild combination of a little bit of the Goonies, a little bit of campy, a little bit of Cronenberg.
It's like a lot of things sprinkled into it.
Yes, you can feel like this like really cool combination, Voltron, if you will.
Yeah.
I know you love when I say Voltron.
Which is hard to do.
Donner gets offered Lethal Weapon. So he says, I got to take Lethal Weapon.
That's 87, right?
Yep. He stays on. By the way, in Lethal Weapon.
I know the movies, it says Lost Boys.
Lost Boys in the kiosk.
Theater,
yeah. So he takes it and he says, all right, I'm going to stay on to executive produce, but I need to bring someone in as a director.
Joey Shue.
Right. So his wife, Lauren, had just done St. Elmo's Fire. This is again important because if you've watched St. Elmo's Fire, you're like, this movie feels like a vampire version of St. Elmo's Fire.
When Demi Moore's in the room with all the windows blowing, it's like, it's a vampire.
And, oh God, you're so eye to eye with me on this. This is hilarious. So the original draft was Goonies meet vampire, and Schumacher came in and changed everything.
He's like, let's sex it up.
Yeah, he wanted it sexy. He's like, vampires are sexy. Let's make
vampires are hot. They're the only erotic monsters. Frankenstein is not hot.
Frankenstein's not hot. I love that quote. I had that too. I had that too. In the filming of this, the studio gets cold feet and they yank $2 million out of the budget, which is also why.
So it was originally 10.5, now it's 8.5?
Yeah. So whatever the finishing budget was, it was 8.5. So it was originally 10. They pulled $2 million out of it.
I didn't know that.
He gets creative. So some of the scenes, if you recognize them, it's like the cloud floating scene, borrowed footage from Top Gun.
No way.
Yeah, because they had to get creative with the special effects because of this.
So the flying, I love that it's just high angle cameras, flying, like the bird's eye perspective from the vampires. You don't really ever see them flying.
Well, I love when the studio asked Schumacher, what kind of movie is this? And they asked if it was a horror or a comedy. You know what his response was? Yes. He just said yes. So they shoot this in Santa Cruz. We've said this before. Everybody thinks that the Coreys were in a ton of movies with each other.
This is the first one.
This is the first one, and they weren't in a ton with each other. It was just this in the 80s. It was this License to Drive and Dream a Little Dream.
Which it's 7 total, I think.
I love Dream a Little Dream.
I know you do. It's so bananas.
I know. I like
it
a lot.
It's really bad.
So every year, fun fact, every year in Santa Cruz on the boardwalk, this movie is screened, which is awesome.
Yeah.
In the movie itself, Sam, played by Corey Haim, in his room, there is this incredibly ridiculous poster of Rob Lowe. Did you see that in the movie?
From St. Elmo's.
He's got like a crop top. Yeah. So this is all because of St. Elmo's Fire. In Max's video store, there's a single copy of the Goonies. Max, I'm so good that you have these things.
Santa Cruz was pissed though about the murder capital of the world.
Because it used to be the murder capital of the world. In the 70s, there were 2 serial killers, right?
3 serial killers.
3, all right.
1970 and 1973, 28 murders over 30 months. John Lindley Frazier, Herbert Mullen, and Ed Kemper from Manhunter. Remember the big guy?
Yeah. Oh, that's wild.
Yeah.
I saw something about that. And then, so Kiefer Sutherland originally was reluctant to star in the film until he heard, I knew you'd love this.
We talking soundtrack?
We're talking soundtrack until he found out that Schumacher had lined up In Excess and Jimmy Barnes to sing and be on the tracks, which by the way, like I can't say straight fire. It's auditorily tantalizing. Wow. This is a great soundtrack.
Yeah.
Like if you want to just, that's what I was singing at the beginning. Thou shalt not. Yeah.
This was one of the first soundtracks that actually like really became popular with the movie.
Right.
Like big time.
Oh, big time. Well, we'll talk about one of the reasons why.
I think it's so 80s. It's ridiculously 80s, this movie.
Well, Kiefer Sutherland had spent the summer in Australia. That's where he became, as a child, a huge fan. So that like locked him in. He's
got a little Aussie in him, a little Russell Crowe fight in the world.
Absolutely. South Park. South Park is so good. Small things. Sam's dog, Nanook, is an Alaskan marmalade. Marmalade? Good old delicious marmalade.
Throw that dog on a piece of toast.
Spread him on a piece of toast. Paddington Bear, that son of a gun. That's amazing. Marmalade.
Yeah, the peak of the head represents Dracula's haircut style.
Yep. Yeah. So there is a straight-to-video sequel to The Lost Boys, and you know who was in that?
The Frog Brothers.
No. Angus Sutherland plays Shane in The Lost Boys.
Who's Angus?
Kiefer's brother and Donald's other son.
Why would you name your kid Angus?
I don't know. Angus is kind of a cool name. I like
Kiefer's
Angus.
cool.
Yeah. Max's dog, you're Max, a white German shepherd.
Very cool looking.
Very cool looking dog. It has been, this is fantastic, highly theorized that Grandpa was actually a half vampire and that the root beer that he was drinking throughout the movie was actually animal blood due to his hobby as a taxidermist.
That makes sense.
Makes total sense.
Because that last line is kind of unnerving.
The last line he has in this movie is the best line. So we jumped around a little bit. We didn't talk. So when Lucy and her 2 sons moved to Santa Clara, they move in with Grandpa.
Who fakes that he's dead to start out.
The whole, it's wacky. The movie's wacky. But the thing about this movie that I love is that it feels very much like a little bit of Lethal Weapon. So these overhead shots at the beginning of the movie totally remind me of like the overhead chase scenes in Lethal Weapon. And I know Donner was just an executive director, but it's that same helicopter angle shot.
Yeah.
You have that mixed with a little bit of John Hughes. It has that like, St. Elmo's Fire, 16 Candles.
Breakfast Club a little bit.
Teen angst.
Poutiness.
Vampire. And then the whole movie is like, it's not that violent or gory. And then boom.
Yeah.
Violence and gore.
Oh my God. They're so gushy.
That is a really good way of saying it. I mean, there's just blood everywhere.
Yeah.
It's intense.
The bathroom scene?
It's very intense.
It really hits you hard because you're not expecting it.
It's interesting because if you think about it, and lots of people have said this, so it's not like I'm breaking ground, but Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh, big time.
The, what are those awful movies with werewolves and
Twilight.
I've never seen any of them, but those,
Blade.
Those types of movies, because remember prior to this, there's almost this like romanticizing of vampires. It's all, Dracula in the castle. This is like teen angst vampire movie. So it's great.
Even Friday Night doesn't have a teen vampire, really.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. See, Max, what do you have that I haven't said yet? Because I know you've got all types of stuff. What do you got for me?
Well, made $32.2 million.
That's a lot of money. Yeah. That's a lot of money for a horror film.
Yeah. And also, I love that it's a summer release. It was July 31st.
Yep.
I like a nice summer. I want to be scared.
What else do you like? How long is this movie?
Oh, it's an hour 37.
That's your sweet spot, man.
It's so tight. Whenever I see an hour 30, I just get excited. And we didn't really talk about Joel Schumacher, like R.I.P. His style, he may not pick the best material, but watching his movies is always fun.
Oh, yeah.
So Batman Forever.
Yeah.
One of my favorite Batmans.
It's wild. Like, he was a huge Batman fan. So, like, that was his dream to get those movies.
Yeah. And Batman and Robin.
George Clooney. I love listening to George Clooney talk about Batman and Robin.
And his nipples. Rubber nipples. Yeah. It's not great.
Super weird.
And Phone Booth. Have you ever seen Phone Booth?
I've heard it's good.
It's Colin Farrell in a phone booth for 90 minutes while Kiefer Sutherland threatens him on the phone as a terrorist.
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
That sounds terrifying.
Yeah, it's awesome.
One other small note on this, and I mean, you may have other stuff too, but Kelly Jo Minter. You don't know who that is, do you? So she has a very small role in this movie. She's working behind the register in Max's shop. You may have seen her face and she might have looked familiar. She had a larger role, and when the movie came out, she was like shown as one of like the not main characters, but she got, prime spot, whatever the hell it's called. She's the girl from Summer School who gets driving lessons and from Nightmare on Elm Street.
No way.
Yeah, so she's in this like for a hot minute, and like a couple of the gang flirt with her when they're like in the video store, but that's it.
That's cool.
I thought that was interesting.
So last two things I love.
You really, really think it's cool. When you do this to me, it hurts me in my heart. When you look at me and you're like, I'm going to tell Mo it's cool so I can hop onto my actual cool point. So go ahead, Max, stomp on my emotions.
You were 9 for 10. Okay, you had one bad one.
I thought it was cool.
2,000 local extras were used for this movie.
Right. And people lost their minds to be a part of this.
And it feels right. It feels like very 80s, very leather. It feels like Venice Beach.
So Schumacher would not speak to, and to this day will not, or he's passed away. So up to the point, from the Ouija board. He will not speak to the partying and things that went on, but it was out of control.
I can't imagine.
It was out of control.
Everyone looked like they had a good time.
It was, I think, was it Feldman that said this is one of his favorite movies to be on?
This was his favorite movie.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I mean, 13 years old hanging out with Kiefer Sutherland. I'm guessing he had fun.
Yeah. Well, and then one of the guys became his agent.
One of the vampires.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Get to that. You just relax.
And
Don't you worry.
This is my favorite fact. Vampires Everywhere, the comic that Sam reads, was created for this film. It only has one copy. It's owned by the comic book store owner.
Who still owns that store, right?
Joe Ferreira II, and he's in the movie. He's playing pinball in the comic shop, and he's the one with the facial hair.
Yeah.
And his comic shop, Atlantis Fantasy World, you can go in and still take a picture with the comic in your hands for free.
Wow.
Isn't that cool?
I can't believe someone hasn't stole it. That's kind of like a huge
or like ripped
piece.
it.
I wouldn't let anybody touch it. All right. I think we're ready to jump into recasting. So for those who are new to our recasting episodes. Hi. Welcome to the show. So what we do is we take not every single role, although in this one we took pretty much most of the roles. There's not like any.
Yeah, I think the next role was like something number 2.
Right. Not even full name. So we take about 12 or 13 characters from the movie and we select other 80s actors and actresses. There's a couple of unique aspects of this. We can't recast them based on, in 2005, they made a great grandfather. They had to have been a grandfather when they were in 1980.
We're going 80s and we are picking one specific role that really
and we identify the role and I won't split hairs between 80 and 89. We'll treat the whole decade as if it's in a time capsule, but
we're time machining this basically.
So that's the first thing. The second thing is there are some episodes where I share Rick and Morty. There are some episodes where you and I share ahead of time our lists. We don't do that for these. We create backups. I have backups for every one of mine except for 3.
If you have Brian Dennehy again, I'm gonna call you out.
Don't do that because you always accidentally name someone and then you pick who I have. So we'll go through our recasting. I might make you go first on all of them. I might not. It depends. Okay. I can be kind of a jerk.
You're the ringmaster.
I'm the boss. As long as you know that. So I will kick things off with you starting, and we also will talk about the characters from the significance of their role. So we usually go least significant to most. You could split hairs on some of this. This is just your and my opinion, just like everything else that we do is our opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was not a statement that really brought anything to anything.
Thanks, Max. Thank you, as always, for bringing your A game to the table. I appreciate it. So
I don't know. What am I supposed to do with that?
the very first person that we're going to recast.
It's the most important person in the movie.
Yeah, I mean, that's
The
kind of,
history of film.
I'm flipping what I said.
Shout out Graham Elliott.
Yeah, Graham Elliott, who fantastic celebrity chef, wonderful guy, friend of the show,
Great
on
glasses.
the show. Yeah, great glasses. Is the world's biggest Tim Capella fan.
The
ever.
sax man.
So in this movie, there is a scene when it's really the scene that kicks off the movie.
Like 15 seconds.
The kids go out at night. It's their first night in Santa Clara. They go to a show on the boardwalk.
It's like a bonfire, too.
And there is a saxophone player who is jacked like a WWF wrestler.
Wearing purple leather pants.
Greased up to the
He is
nines, head to
oily.
toe, oiled up, and he is playing a saxophone, and everybody thinks this is cool, and they're jamming and going nuts.
Yeah.
Now, normally, I wouldn't say that we would recast this, but in honor of Graham, I think, Max, you
He's
really pulled
iconic.
hard for this.
He might be
People
the most-
love him.
Yeah, the most iconic part of the movie.
They love him. They love him. My recast for this is ridiculous. So we're going to start with you. Mine's ridiculous. It's just absolutely ridiculous. So you go ahead. Who are you recasting?
Should we talk about Tim Capella a
And
little
you
bit?
should talk about Tim Capella
Okay.
because I know you're a huge fan. You've got his laser disc, right?
Laserdisc. He had addiction problems apparently, and when he quit, he began bodybuilding in 1980. And he's worked with Peter Gabriel, Carly Simon. He was on Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, Miami Vice. Like this guy's no joke.
He's legit.
Yeah. I wonder what kind of interview he's like. Like I think like high energy. I think like Tony
He
Robbins.
seems high energy.
I think I nailed this.
You're so excited.
You need someone cool of the time. And actually, you said it doesn't matter what time we normally do it. I nailed the time period too.
Okay,
actually.
all right.
So, what album in 1987 is the biggest album of all time?
Oh, I have no idea.
Appetite for Destruction.
Slash?
Slash.
That's so good.
On stage.
That's so
shredded.
good.
I know.
Oh, that's really good.
Fashion, swagger.
He kind of looks like a vampire.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's really
He's wearing the sunglasses at night.
Oh my God, Slash is yours is better than mine. Mine's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yours is actually like a well
Kenny
thought
G,
out
what
one.
do you have?
No, I thought about Kenny G because I couldn't think of anyone else. All right, so I'm gonna give you mine. You know what? Do your backup. There's no way that I have your backup.
Clarence Clemens, the big man. The E Street Band. He's the saxophonist.
You know what?
Yeah.
Not a fan of the E Street Band. Not a Bruce.
My dad's gonna be so mad.
Not a Bruce Springsteen guy.
No.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
What? Ashbury Park? None of that?
None of that.
Dance in the Dark? Courtney Cox?
That I know because of Courtney Cox.
You don't like the dancing? The little...
Yeah. You and your finger
Carlton?
flicking. Yes, I know the
Finger
Carlton
licking?
dance. Finger flicking. Yeah, there you go. Oh, please don't do your Hannibal Lecter sounds. All right, you ready for mine?
Yeah.
David Graff.
Who is?
You don't know who that is? You probably know his name better as Tackleberry from Police Academy 1.
Oh my God.
Do you remember in Police Academy 1 when they're on the beach and they're having the big party with the bonfire and the recruits are there?
Yeah.
And he takes out his saxophone and
Oh my
starts
God,
playing.
yeah.
So that's why I
What
picked
made
it.
that go into your brain?
Because I couldn't think like you actually did, what you did was smart. You picked like a musician.
Yeah.
I just was thinking like saxophone. I was trying to find someone who could play saxophone.
Morris Day and the Time, I thought too.
Oh, that's good. So
Yeah.
yeah, I went with Tackleberry. Mine was a little bit out there. That's not the one I thought would be the best one I had. So there
Do you have a
go.
backup or no?
No, that is one of the ones I don't have a backup for sure. All right, one down. Let's go to Laddie. So Laddie is the little boy in the movie. How old has he got to be?
9?
6? Oh, you think even 9?
No, 8. 6 to 8.
So there's not much to his character other than you
Great
see
head of
him.
hair.
You see him on the back of a milk carton,
Yeah.
and he's one of these kids that have disappeared and been turned into a vampire.
Although he's a pretty scary vampire.
He does.
And he's,
Him
wearing,
and-
he's wearing that My Chemical Romance jacket too.
Yep. Him and Star. I mean, the impression that you get and what you learn throughout the movie is Kiefer and his gang, which we'll talk about.
David. Say his name
They
right.
are David and his gang are David and Bill S. Preston Esquire and their gang are full-fledged vampires. They've already drank the blood, made the first kill.
Yeah.
Whereas Star and Laddie are still in the early phases of vampire. So they're like turning.
Vampirosis.
Yeah, there you go. Vampira nano. But they're still, they can be redeemed. They can be saved. So we start with Laddie. Max, who do you have for Laddie? Macaulay Culkin?
No. Too young. But first of all, played by Chance Michael Corbett. He
Yes.
was also the newspaper boy in The Rocketeer.
He was?
Yeah.
And nothing else. I mean, little tiny stuff, but that's what you would know him from.
I'm gonna go 2-0. This is one of my favorite ones.
Oh, boy.
It's Christian Bale as Jim from Empire
Oh,
of the Sun.
I don't know.
What do you mean?
Maybe.
He's a fantastic actor.
He was good in that, and the age would match up too.
Yeah, he's really like he's intense.
I think
the
I got you.
crying.
It's good. It's good.
And the Bat connection. He becomes Batman later. So you could like come back to this.
This is so for fan
Vampire
theory.
the vampire.
Yeah, vampire.
That's hard to say. Batman the vampire?
Batman the vampire.
Okay,
Doesn't
no,
seem hard to say to
no,
me.
yeah.
No, not at all.
You don't think this was good?
It's good. It's good. I pissed on it because I like mine a lot more.
Okay.
You know, I always do that. Whenever I have like a really good one, I don't even listen to you. I don't even know who you said. Who'd you say? Christian Bale? There you go. Are you ready?
Yes.
You won't know who this is, but I don't really care. I'm probably mispronouncing his first name. Emil Mint,
Sounds made up.
the feral kid from Mad Max.
Oh yeah, that is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? So he also did not have a wildly incredible career. But I loved him.
Yeah.
My backup might be better.
His little boomerang.
Yeah.
though?
Oh man, I should have given you I should have swapped it. I think my backup's better.
What is it?
It's more in line with your Christian Bale.
Who is it?
Can I change mine?
Sure.
All right, I'm going with my backup.
That's a good one.
Because I just glanced down at it and I realized I have a better one.
What do you got?
Elijah Wood, kid playing Wild Gunman in Back to the Future 2.
I like the Mad Max
You
one
do?
better.
Because Elijah Wood's got Radio Flyer.
Yeah, but there's something about the feral in this. You want him to be scary as a
Yeah,
vampire.
I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know.
and he doesn't have to say much. You flip-flop too
All
badly.
right, fine.
Go
Well, then,
back.
I'll go to the first
Who
one.
cares?
All right, yeah, just we're having fun. Just two guys having a good time.
You're like, I'm so mad.
I'm so intense.
You're going to like my backup, actually. Barrett Oliver, Bastion from The Neverending Story.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's actually really good.
Yeah.
Bastion, yeah. That would make sense. Although, I don't know. Noah Hathaway could have done it too.
Yeah, but he's too intense.
Yeah.
He's
intense.
older. He's like 12.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, maybe I wouldn't have slid him in. Well, I didn't put him as this, but he could have been
We're
a good
spending too
Sam.
much time
I'm
on
sorry.
Mighty.
Moving on. All right, we're moving on. Max, this takes us to
The Vampire Crew.
the Vampire Crew. So this is a motley crew, no pun intended.
They look like Motley Crue.
They're all, I'm going to sound like you for a second. They're all incredibly handsome,
Yes.
with the exception of Alex Winters. No offense, who I love.
Little
but
goofy looking.
Little goofy looking.
Yeah.
But the other guys
Looks
are
like a
like
sad beagle.
super gorgeous long hair and didn't do a whole lot outside of this.
No, it's weird.
It's super weird, but they are great in this, so
Yeah.
I'll take it.
And you know, the way they're introduced on the merry-go-round, you see them in the order that they're going to die. Yeah, isn't
Look
that
at
cool?
that deep cut by
Yeah.
Sanders. All right, I like it. So it's Brooke McCarter is who plays Paul. And I know that you haven't seen this movie yet. You have not seen Thrashin' yet, have you?
No.
So Thrashin' with Josh Brolin,
Yeah.
rival skateboard gangs. He's in this. Yeah. So
Is skateboard or bike?
skateboard.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Got it.
Thrash and skateboard for sure. There is nothing else that he's in that I could find.
But he has the all-time best death, the holy water explosion. It's
is.
so gnarly.
It is, yeah,
like
yeah.
the blood coming out of the sinks. You're like, where's this all coming from?
So he passed away in 2015.
Oh no.
But he also was the one who he met Corey Haim and became his manager,
That's so cool.
which I think is very cool.
Although it seems like he ruined his career probably.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. Yes, I think it was some rare disease that led to him passing away so early, because he would have been probably around my age or maybe a little bit older, 50s.
I guess.
Yeah. All right.
It's a downer.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to bring the room down. Max, who do you have recasting for Paul, part of David's crew of vampires?
You're going to hate me for this.
Oh, God.
Going Val Kilmer.
Of course.
Chris Knight, real genius.
Least shocking thing ever.
Pouty lips, great bathroom death, cheekbones, heartthrob.
Can I challenge this a little bit?
Okay, I have a backup.
All right, here's why I'm going to challenge it. I think one of the important things that we should try to do, I'm not perfect at this, right? I gave you Tackleberry for playing saxophone, but is his
No, I just wanted to say
character,
Val Kilmer.
personality in, right.
Hi, Val.
Yeah, there you
okay, fine. I'll go Aaron Dozier. He played Roy Stalin in Better Off Dead. He's the ski.
Now that's
Yes,
better.
ski
That makes
villain.
more sense. He's got villain to him. Yeah, I mean, like,
Yeah.
yeah,
He did
come on.
nothing else,
Chris
too.
Knight's not a villain, right? I mean, like,
Some could argue.
no, you have to bring up Val Kilmer every episode. It's amazing. It's like
in the
me and the Muppets Take Manhattan. I have to
Yeah.
say it at least one time. You have to bring up
pick
Val
Kermit?
Kilmer. No, Kermit's staying off this one. All right, that's a good one. So I'll tell you who I wanted to pick, but again, here I am once again getting screwed over by the fact that Point Break was not in the freaking 80s. I wanted to go Anthony Kiedis.
That's really good.
I thought that would have been great, but
Was he in anything in the 80s?
not in that personality that would have fit this. I'm sure he's in something, but I couldn't put him in there. I've got two. One of them you're going to love.
Okay.
One of them you're going to love because it's inspired by our last episode. Emilio Estevez, Maximum Overdrive.
I like that.
Yeah. Like just like this, like he's got edge to him. He's not a villain, but like I could see him being a part of that crew.
He could explode well. Although he's short.
He is. If you're going to, the height, if you're going to dig your heels on in this and tell me not to do it, Billy Zabka, Karate Kid.
Yeah.
Johnny.
I thought that was too low hanging fruit.
I kind of did too, but like I imagine like if Zabka grew his hair out long like it was in Back to School,
Yep.
but he was Johnny like he was in Karate Kid.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's that guy.
And his career was like kind of over after 86 too.
Easy now.
Not over, but like his big.
Hot Tub Time Machine?
Okay.
Let's just relax.
You love that movie so much.
I really
Are we
do
going to
love
have to
the
do it
movie.
at some point?
Well, I mean, we got rules. Got to follow the rules. Max, that takes us to Dwayne,
Billy-
the Rock Johnson.
Billy Worth.
Billy Worth, again, not a lot to his career.
Yeah.
Beautiful long hair, though. Black hair. Was it black, brown, something like that? Yeah.
It was Raven.
Yeah. Oh, I like that.
Never mentioned his name in the movie either.
No, I do love that when he died, his death. See, I thought his death was kind of cool, too.
The electrocution.
Yeah, well, and the speakers and with the bow and arrow, and you miss sucker, and he's like, only once, pal. Like, I thought that was kind of cool.
So this movie took 3 weeks to film.
And this scene took 2 weeks to do. That's insane.
Did the rest of the movie take a week? Is that
I don't know.
We're led to believe?
It is incredible if you think about the fact this movie took 3 weeks to film.
Yeah.
I mean, that is absolutely amazing.
So did Valley Girl.
Yeah, well, that's Valley Girl and The Lost Boys. Classics.
No, I've watched both of those back to back.
You have watched both of those back to back.
I do.
Yeah.
Often.
Who you got? This is one of the ones that I think you are going to be like, oh my God, wow.
I think I nailed it.
Not only do I think I nailed it, I think this is an oh my God, wow.
Okay. Go first then.
Nope.
No? All right, fine. Billy Zane, Back to the Future, match.
He's way better. That's a good one. It's a good one. It's a good one.
Do you like Billy Zane?
I love Billy Zane.
Dude, The Phantom is one of my favorite movies.
Billy Zane in Titanic.
I have a child. That's my Billy Zane impression.
It's really good.
Thank you.
It's really good.
Listen to your friend Billy Zane. He's a cool guy.
Yeah, absolutely. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
It's going to be my backup.
It's not. Matt Dillon, The Outsiders, Dallas.
Oh.
Yeah. Right?
That's pretty
right?
good. Yeah.
Come on.
You're bringing a bazooka to a
knife fight.
Match.
I know, right?
So, I mean,
come on.
Are we allowed to do that?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Come on. Matt Dillon, Dallas. It's Dallas. It's perfect.
I know. It's good. It's good.
You're jelly. You're super jelly.
A little bit. Yeah.
My backup was equally absurd, by the way. I went for my backup, Judd Nelson, Breakfast Club, John Bender.
That's a really good one. Yeah. I've used him before. So
I know. You tried to move away from him, but I thought you'd love that one. What's your backup?
Charlie Sheen, Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh, see that? You should tell me I brought a bazooka. You used Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen's not that great an actor. Matt Dillon is.
Oh, yeah. Matt Dillon is a really good actor.
Yeah.
It'd be a little bit of a waste on that particular role, but whatever. I can live with it.
It's like, I choose Paul Newman.
Don't do that. I might have him in here.
Oh, seriously?
No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
We're now moving to the last of the trio outside of Dave.
The lieutenant.
Is he the lieutenant?
Well, he's the second in command, right?
I didn't ever get that feeling. I never got a feeling that there was a hierarchy.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Did you?
No, I think it's.
Are you just doing one of those things where you make words up and they're not tied to anything?
It's because we know him. You know,
we do know him.
Yeah.
Bill S. Preston, Esquire. Alex Winter. Alexander Winter. We'll talk about that in a moment. Alex Winter, who plays the role of Marco, not Polo. And you like that little dad joke? No, you don't. Mine for this is also incredible. I work on this all through the week. And then when I look down at my sheet and I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe this is like a 2 a.m. I woke up and scribbled it on a piece of paper, but this is fantastic.
Well, say it out loud.
I will in a minute. You try to get me to go first again. So Alex Winter, they begged him to cut his name down from Alexander to Alex so that it would fit on the thing, on the kiosk.
That's such a Joel Schumacher.
And he left it. If you look on it, it says Alexander.
Yeah.
But after that, it goes as Alex Winter.
But it says introducing. He was already in Death Wish 3 before this.
Yeah, so maybe they're just like, nobody's seen this.
Yeah.
So they were like, yeah, we'll do it here.
It's a classic Death Wish movie.
Yeah. There you go. Good one. Good.
Shut up.
Do you want me to go first on this one?
Yeah.
I'll go first on this one. Christopher Lambert, Connor McLeod, Highlander.
What?
Yeah.
He's too old.
No, not then.
How old was he?
In the first Highlander?
Yeah, how old is he?
I don't know.
28, 29?
He's ageless.
I'm looking it up.
Fine, look it up.
He was 30 years old. You want to play a teenager?
Whatever. Alex Winters was like, well, he's 50.
He was a well-established art collector at that point. Remember? He was like an adult.
Whatever.
He wasn't a teenager.
Fine. I'll give you my backup. Okay. My backup's even better.
Yeah.
You ready? Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker, Empire Strikes Back.
No.
Yes.
No.
No, think about it.
That kind of a lightsaber.
Yeah, no. Like, think about like the dark side that's in him. Like Alex Winter in this movie,
that's
right?
Impossible.
Marco's like very playful. He's always smiling and smirking. Yeah. There's like a little bit. So this is just Luke went a little bit to the dark side, and there's your Mark Hamill. That's who I replace him with.
I have disdain for these two.
Fine. What's yours?
You haven't seen this movie.
You made me go first. That's why this backfired.
So Mickey Rourke, the motorcycle boy in Rumblefish.
I've not seen Rumblefish.
I mean, great movie. It's Francis Ford Coppola and Matt Dillon basically playing the outsider's role again.
Yeah, nice.
But Mickey Rourke's the older brother who comes back from out of town, and he kind of has this quiet swagger to him. He's got that whispering kind of vibe to him. Yeah. He's fun. He's playful.
All right.
You don't like Mickey Rourke?
I can't respond to this because I haven't seen the movie, so you have to.
But Mickey Rourke in general, like Diner.
I thought he was. I liked him in Iron Man.
That's a very different Mickey Rourke.
I liked him in Iron Man.
My backup, I can't believe you didn't pick Josh Brolin, Brand, The Goonies.
Yeah, so I thought about that. The problem is again, like trying to find like the dark side of Brolin. Like
he's Thanos.
Well, no, today. See, you're cheating. It doesn't work that way.
He has a dark side.
No, he doesn't have a dark side. And maybe Thanos was right.
He's the bully in not Wolf of Wall Street. Wall Street 2.
Yeah, are you done? Good work, Max. Before we hop into our next one, now is a perfect time for us to take a Lost Boys Ad break. Thou
knew you were gonna
shalt
sing.
take an ad break and listen to
So
the
bad.
sponsors. Buzz in the Tower is brought to you by Capsiva Pain Relieving Gel. And I can tell you that if you're sitting at a table across from a guy who has to go to the bathroom every 25 minutes, you're going to get arthritis, you're going to get muscle soreness, psoriasis. Capsiva is all natural. It's okay. Capsiva is all natural and designed to increase blood flow for the healing and pain relief process. Try it for free at capsiva.com. That's CAPSIVA.com. And Max, I'm an old man and I need this kind of stuff. It works. It's great stuff.
Yeah, it's like Wilford Brimley in Cocoon. You know what I mean? You feel revitalized.
That's exactly what it's like. Buzz in the Tower is also brought to you by Lindsay Larrabee Photography. If you have checked out our website, hopefully you have. You've seen the amazing photos that were put up there. Lindsay,
so good.
Yeah, Lindsay and her team did all of those.
She teased my hair.
She was fun to work with. Just made the whole experience really exciting for us. She has been taking photos of families, children, and smiles in Metro Detroit since 2017. She loves what she does, and it shows. She works with her clients, catches everything in the moment, and adores watching the connections and relationships unfold in front of her lens. If you mention Buzz in the Tower, you get $25 off any family session in 2021. You can find Lindsay on our website under our sponsors page. Check her up and get some work done. She is fantastic.
Yeah, she made us look good. She can make anyone look good.
And we're back.
Woo!
Woo! That takes us to Star.
Big crush on Jamie Gertz.
Really?
Yeah. I like
what else did you like her in?
Less Than Zero.
Yeah.
She's awesome in that.
Yeah,
There's something about her.
I don't know, man. She doesn't do it for me. I enjoed recasting her because I felt like it was actually easy to recast her. Yeah,
she's Diet Coke Terry Hatcher. Can't get Terry Hatcher, get Jamie Gertz.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Who do you got, Max? Who do you got for your love?
So I had one, and this was like more kind of strategic, but I'm going with my heart. I'm going Julia Roberts, Daisy in Mystic Pizza.
Really?
She's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Great actress. And also, I mean, the love triangle, she almost married Kiefer Sutherland and Jason Patrick stole her.
I do, yep.
So
I do know that. Yeah.
She's got the fiery kind of curls in her hair.
Yeah.
There's
expressive face.
Something mysterious about her.
Yeah.
Like, that's a girl I'd follow through a crowd.
That's a girl I'd follow through. That's on the Max Sanders criminal highlight tape that I'm putting together. That's a girl whose bathwater I drink. Jesus, Max. That's great. Oh, man.
Okay, go. Wait, do you want me to say my backup or no?
No. No, don't. Your backup might be mine. I've got two I really like. Robin Wright, the princess from The Princess Bride.
Too nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Even with the from peasant boy.
Oh yeah. I died that day.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. She's got
a little bit of that.
I don't know. She's got that stoic kind of. I've had both.
All right, I'll give you my other one. Jennifer Connelly, Sarah, The Labyrinth.
I hate Sarah.
Why do you hate Sarah?
Such a child.
Oh, we've talked about this. Like, you think it's like the worst performance ever. I hate you.
I love Jennifer Connelly.
Yeah.
Hate
She'd
that
be great.
performance.
All right, stop it. That's all I got. I think both of them would be fantastic.
Mia Sarah as Lily in Legend. Yeah.
No.
You think of Ferris?
Sloane Peterson.
No, because like paranormal and terrifying stuff.
No. Sloane Peterson.
Yeah, Sloane Peterson.
Sloane Peterson. Mind your P's and Q's, Max.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. All right, Max, are you ready for the next one?
Big one.
Alan Frog.
The most important character in the movie.
Jameson Newlander. That's a rough name.
This is his first movie.
Yeah,
should have been his last.
I've got nothing on him.
Yeah.
He didn't seem to have much of a career outside of this. Although
the Lost Boys sequels he's in.
He is. I was just about to say he was in the sequels. Who do you have for Jameson Newlander, a.k.a. Alan Frog, 50% of the Frog Brothers?
So you need someone kind of arrogant, kind of smart mouthy. I went Jason Presson, who played Darren Woods in Explorers.
That's good.
Yeah, right?
I like Explorers.
Attitude, wrong side of the tracks. He looks like a mini Bruce Springsteen.
God, that's really good. I really like mine on this one, but that's really good. By the way, The Explorers is another movie where I constantly find myself telling people about it, and they're like, what movie are you talking about?
I didn't know it existed till
Oh.
You see young Ethan Hawke. It's like a mind-bending thing.
All of those movies that had the
the last hour is
goon,
garbage.
the goon. I know it is. It really
Those
is.
aliens, you're like, no.
And you know what it felt like?
It.
How'd you feel about Contact?
I love Contact.
I loved Contact except for when like the aliens are dead. Like spoiler alert.
Show it to me.
So that to me is the same type of thing. Like there's so many of these movies where it just feels like they threw the towel in on the last hour.
Well, you know who the dad is though? It's the basketball player from Inside Moves.
Inside Moves.
Yeah.
Richard Donner, our
Richard
hidden
Donner.
gem hidden gem movie that we found. That we love.
Connection.
All right, there you go. I really like mine. I don't have a backup. I'm going to let you say your backup because there's no way you picked this.
Anthony Rapp, who plays Daryl in Adventures in Babysitting.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Are you ready for this?
Wow.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Y'all ready for this?
Way to stop.
Sorry.
Serious momentum.
Ryan Lambert. You know who that is?
No. Is he related to Christopher Lambert?
No. That'd be great. Christopher Lambert's niece or nuncle.
Yeah, there you go.
Nanu. Rudy.
From what?
You don't know the name
Movie
Rudy?
Rudy?
How about Rudy from Monster Squad?
Oh, yeah.
Lights the match on his shoe, protects Horace.
You know what's something funny? I looked up, I tried to find who that was, and I got lazy, and I couldn't find him.
But you were thinking of him too?
Yeah.
You are lazy.
Was he in anything else?
Kids Incorporated. Do you ever watch Kids Incorporated?
I don't even know what that is.
There's some weird show that was like, it was
Kids in the Hall kind of thing?
No, I remember the song. I just don't remember what it's about. Kids Incorporated. K-I-D-S.
Really
Whoa.
Okay.
It's something or other. We're kids. All right, whatever. Make it up. He was in Kids Incorporated.
The leather jacket, the silver bullet. The test.
Yeah. That's I thought it'd be good. All right. Edgar Frog.
Big one.
The other half. You know, it's interesting
Corey
because
Feldman.
Right. So Feldman at this time had already done Goonies.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because Haim auditioned for Goonies as well. And I think it's funny that they gave the roles the way they did because this is significantly the lesser role. I think he was grossly underutilized in this movie.
I think he likes being a tough guy.
I don't know.
Look at him in The Burbs.
But he barely did anything in this movie. Like, I mean,
he's memorable.
He is, but look how we listed him. I mean, he's like fifth, sixth down the line. And at this time, he'd already done Gremlins. He'd done Goonies.
He's more memorable than Sam, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you take the Joker role.
Hot take. Outside of License to Drive, Corey Haim has never like really impressed me. Feldman's always been the better.
What? You were the biggest Lucas supporter of all
Damn,
time.
I forgot about Lucas. You're right. I do love Lucas.
That's unbelievable.
All right.
I hate Lucas.
I know.
Too
Why
many
do you
bugs.
hate Lucas?
There's bugs. There's lots of bugs.
Well, okay. So I even
and
left.
Jeremy Piven doesn't have hair.
Corey Feldman's got Gremlins, Goonies, and Stand By Me under his belt before he does this.
Yep.
That's prolific.
Yeah, so he's taking the roles he wants.
All right.
Because he just imitated Sly Stallone. I guess Schumacher told him, he's like, watch Stallone and Chuck Norris movies. And he took that literally.
That's fantastic. Well, he does Lost Boys, then he does License to Drive, Burbs, and Dream a Little Dream. He's great in Burbs.
Yeah.
The Burbs.
Yeah.
The Burbs. Max, who do you have for Edgar Frog?
It's low-hanging fruit, but Ralph Macchio.
Really?
Daniel LaRusso.
Really?
Yeah, Karate Kid. The Jersey tough, like, hey, I'm walking here. That kind of thing.
He's not tough, though. He's whiny and...
That's the thing, though. It's going against someone who's much bigger than you and still having the confidence that you can do it and that you belong there.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does it make sense? Yeah. Insurmountable odds.
All right.
Both motorcycle gangs.
How about River Phoenix as Chris Chambers from Stand By Me?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm not going to argue.
I'll even throw in a little bit of the Explorers, Wolfgang Mueller.
No.
Yeah, a little bit of both.
He's not nerdy though.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like it's a little bit of like the confidence of in it and mix. I mean, my initial again. I told you.
Phoenix, I'm never going to argue against River Phoenix. I can't.
Yeah,
it's not fair. You know me.
I know. That's why it was my pick.
River and Val. You can't do it.
All right, let's get to the next character. Sam, played by Corey Haim. Sam is the little brother of Michael. He's the innocence of the film.
He's fun in this movie.
He's very fun in this movie.
When he's in the tub just singing.
Yeah, and his relationship with his dog.
And
I like that.
Good screamer. He's good.
Nanook.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
I just like to say Nanook.
He's got a good tone of scream in his voice. Like his voice is...
It's cracking. It's like that like puberty cracking. Yeah.
Where it's like...
I'd follow him through a crowd of people. Oh, I'm sorry. Is that weird?
No.
Is that weird? No, go ahead. We'll try it out later.
Stop it. But like he makes this fun and campy. Like he's the avatar you're following.
Lucas, Lost Boys, License to Drive, Dream a Little Dream. I'll go first on this one. My pick for this was easy.
Okay.
Sean Austin, Mikey, The Goonies.
Yeah, that's an easy pick.
Yeah. I went low. This is my Ralph Macchio. I was trying to think like who would be, you think Sean Austin, you think The Goonies, this character that like believes and all this mysterious stuff is going on around him.
He'd be good in the comic shop too. In the confidence.
Excellent.
Comic shop is great.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. What do you got?
I went a little obscure. I did Fred Savage, Corey Woods from The Wizard.
Really?
Yeah.
Not Little Monsters.
No, I haven't seen Little Monsters.
How have you not seen Little Monsters yet?
Because Sam described it to us on the last
true.
episode.
Sam basically read the whole episode to us. That's funny.
Wild adventures, plays well in chaos, deals with people his own age.
Can we talk about The Wizard?
It's such a good movie.
Let's put that on our list. Make a note. We're gonna have to
That's a one for us.
That's a one for us.
It's so much fun. And Semi and Angel is in that too. Yeah.
Right.
And also Fred McRae, the big dude from what's the movie? Batter's Not Included is in it too. He's a truck driver.
Yep.
But I don't know. Just Fred Savage has the same tone of voice. Remember I was talking about like screaming and kind of being chaotic? Like,
yeah.
Fred Savage has that.
So, the other Fred Savage that would fit well, have you seen Vice Versa yet?
No.
Okay.
That's what Judge
Reinhold. Yeah, he kind of a little bit in that as well. Same. No, it's a good pick. I'm a Fred Savage fan.
Yeah. You look like him.
You got a lot of yeahs going on. When I 25 years ago, I looked like him.
You still look like him.
I think it's so nice of you to say. He'd be offended. I'm not.
What your backup?
I didn't have this is one of the ones I did not have a backup.
I had a wild backup. I thought Jerry O'Connell for Stand By Me. Just a little butterball just running around.
No,
I picture the German kid from The Simpsons. Don't.
Oh, stop. I'm full of chocolates.
Yeah.
What's his name? Uter? It's not Uter. Is it Uter?
I don't know.
My name is Uter and I'm full of chocolate. It's not Uter though. Oh God. All right. That's going to drive me nuts. That's great. All right. Let's move to Grandpa.
You put Grandpa high.
I did. I think Grandpa's one of the best roles.
He's really good.
He's great in this. Played by Barnard Hughes. You know what movie he was in that I really liked?
Tron?
No. Yes. He was in Tron.
He's Dumont with a giant thing.
Did you see Doc Hollywood? With Michael J. Fox.
I haven't seen it yet.
It's not in the 80s, but
it's like 91.
He plays the old small town doctor that's like retiring and that Michael J. Fox works under. And he's great. He's great in it.
Great car in that movie.
Absolutely. Boy, I've got a good one. I've got a couple good ones for this. But actually, that's a lie.
Old Coot Energy.
I've only got one. For this.
Okay.
And it's not Wilford Brimley.
If you say Rodney Dangerfield.
Oh, I should have done Rodney Dangerfield. Yeah, that's a great one. I'll tell you, this is the murder capital of the world.
He takes over your movie though. You can't have him.
He's too much. Too much. Who do you have for Grandpa?
Speaking of too much, I went overboard. I said Lloyd Bridges as Steve McCrory from Airplane.
Wow.
I picked the wrong week to stop sniffing glue. Can you imagine him saying that?
He'd be out of control. He'd be like, he'd be out of control. Although I do love Lloyd Bridges, but he'd be
with the
way out of
faking
control.
dead. He'd be like, no, I really was dead. Something like that.
Why not just do Leslie Nielsen?
Yeah, because same movie, Airplane. Yeah,
there you go.
Don't Call Me Shirley.
I've got
Brian Denny,
Jason Roberts. Do you know who that is?
No.
He is Frank from Parenthood, Steve Martin's father.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, he was also in Dream a Little Dream, Colin Edinger, the guy who does the little like Tai Chi stuff. Yeah. So I thought he would be good.
He's a little too curmudgeon-y.
He is curmudgeon. This guy was great.
Yeah.
Barnard. I can't speak, but I like them. He was good in this.
It makes me want to have a root beer.
Max, we're on Max.
Yeah.
This is a big one.
Ed Herman.
So Ed Herman plays Max, and Max is the head vampire, spoiler alert, and the romantic interest of Lucy, and plays it pretty solid the whole movie. Like you kind of get glimpses of it. And
although it doesn't make sense when he's freaked out going down the pathway and he sees the like bat kite and he's looking around like he would be afraid of vampires.
Maybe he was just looking around because he was freaked out because someone was on his property.
He's a vampire.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not freaked out by stuff.
There's theories that he's Dracula's older brother.
Oh,
yeah, apparently in the new Lost Boys movies.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
But he's great in Overboard too, as Grant Stanton.
Yeah, well, he also played FDR in Annie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
His best role though is Mr. Rich in Richie Rich, which is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah, not in the 80s, but
I know.
Thanks for disrespecting
you have
the show.
your own McDonald's.
No, disrespect the show again. This is the one that I think is my best pick of all of them.
Who is it?
Maybe tied for my best pick, but it's close. I'll go first on this
David
one.
Bowie, Labyrinth?
No, I have a couple, but I'll give you my best one first. John Lithgow, Sam Burns, Terms of Endearment.
Terms of Endearment?
I couldn't go with Footloose because I didn't think.
Bonsai.
Hold on. I'll give you the why. I went with Terms of Endearment because he's kind and he's nice and he's helping out the mother in line when they're getting groceries and he's developing this relationship. And if you all of a sudden turn that and he became like another awful boyfriend, just like what's his face did, who's the husband? Flip. Yeah. If he turned into poor Jeff Daniels, like the most painful memory of my life is that he was awful, but it wouldn't have shocked me. It would have been more of like a statement of how bad she was at picking men. And like, he was almost too nice and too understanding and too kind. Oh, let me pay for your groceries. You don't have any money. That character.
Because he wanted to date her. Though.
I know, but that character is like, but same with Max. Max wanted to have a wife.
Yeah. Harry and the Hendersons works better, I think.
Oh, no.
Because he has like the whole range of emotions.
Yeah, but no. But,
what about you haven't seen Blowout?
I have not seen Blowout.
He's a deranged CIA operative who takes
that would have been good too. You want to know what my backup is?
Who?
Well, I don't want to say yours. My backup might be yours.
It's not.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Donald Sutherland.
Nope.
Okay.
That's good.
Lockup.
Well, he's
Warden Drumgoole.
Yeah.
When he was the warden, and then I just got to tell you this. Again, not an 80s movie, but when we're making our exemption list of movies that we're going to cover, we've already talked about two of them for sure. Silence of the Lambs and Point Break. The other one I would throw on there.
Machine too.
Oh yeah. The other one I have to put on there, Backdraft. His scene in Backdraft when
I haven't seen it.
Oh God.
I'll watch it tonight.
I'm going to shut up. You just got to go tonight and watch Backdraft.
Yeah.
His scene when he's on the parole board.
You've quoted it before.
Oh yeah.
That's not
fair. That's not fair. That's not fair.
Okay.
What do you like to do to little girls? Burn them.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to watch Backdraft.
Yeah.
He
Ron
looks
Howard
startled.
movie, right?
He looks startled.
Well, burning little girls is not part
Well, he
of
doesn't
the
actually burn them in the movie.
Okay.
He's just crazy. He's a pyro.
Okay.
Whatever. I rattled your cage. Okay. Anyways, who do you got?
Ted Danson, 3 Men and a Baby.
Really?
Yeah. With a dash of Peter Lowenstein from Body Heat.
Yeah.
'Cause-
Ted Danson, I can't take him because of Cheers. I just can't take him as like an evil person.
Oh,
in a movie.
middle-aged, handsome, splash of mischief, and he can do physical comedy.
Did you miss out by not going with Tom Selleck instead?
Ooh, that's a good one. He's too imposing.
No,
in the
there's a
beginning.
movie he's in that it's like a cop movie with like these little robots that blow up in the 80s. I can't think of what. Yeah, it's absurd. I don't know, there's something to think about. Something to mull over. All right, who's your backup?
Albert Brooks, Broadcast News. He's goofy and fun, and he can play evil too. Have you seen Drive?
Yes,
Yeah.
I have seen Drive.
Yeah.
All right. I'll take that under consideration.
Yeah.
You know who else could have done it? Paul Reiser as Burke. in
I
Aliens.
thought about that, but we've used him before.
We have used him before,
Yeah.
but he could have been good.
Yeah.
He could have been a nice one. All right, Max, we are down to our final three.
You put Lucy high.
Lucy, David, and Michael. We'll start with Lucy. This is the toughest one because you and I have talked about this. Like
Diane Wiest.
Diane Wiest is the queen. She's the ultimate 80s movie mom. And you know what's kind of wild about this is that she was in Footloose before this.
Yep.
And she feels in Footloose 20 years older than she does in Lost Boys.
Yeah, you're right. Because she's more free. She's more hippy dippy.
Yeah. So I thought that was wild. Who do you have? This is a tough one. I've got a really obscure one that I don't know that you've seen the movie, but go ahead. You first.
Mine's a little obscure too, because this one took some diving where you're like, what do I do?
Right,
Yeah. Melinda Dillon, Nancy Henderson from Harry and the Hendersons.
All right.
Because calming presence, loves her kids, can be
You're
flirtatious.
on a little bit of a Harry and Henderson's trip here, aren't you?
Well, I mean, I feel like she centers the movie.
Yeah, I agree, but mine is even more obscure than Harry and the Hendersons.
Is this the big bat?
It's good. It's just good. It's just good. That's
Is
all
this
you need
the
to know.
bring your recasting
You know what?
to work day? or?
Unrelated. Give me a little Goldblum. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. I needed that.
So random.
Have you ever seen a little film called Poltergeist?
Yes, it freaked me out.
Yeah.
TV.
The actress is Jo Beth Williams. Diane Freeling, the mom. That's who I picked to replace Lucy.
Interesting.
Well, I thought like this horrific situation,
Yep.
and she obviously doesn't make the best decisions. She's willing to allow it to live on this Indian burial ground, and
fine.
it's all right, but like she saves the kids, and I don't know. There's something about her character in that where I was like, this is equally as ridiculous as Lucy just being okay dating a vampire. I mean, she wasn't okay dating a
didn't
vampire.
know.
You understand.
Would she have the short haircut too, or?
I don't know. That's a good question. Well,
Diane Wiest is the only one who can pull that haircut off.
well, that's not true.
Who else?
Sigourney Weaver. She can go short hair for sure.
When has she got short hair?
I don't know, but she can pull it off.
Demi Moore can.
Elizabeth Shue could.
No, she can.
She can do whatever she wants.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
By the way, the best thing ever, you posted like an Elizabeth Shue thing for her birthday, maybe.
It hits so hard at every.
I know. And like I saw a hashtag I'd never seen before, shoe fetish, but spelled like SHUE. I was like, this is incredible. I gotta
pretty
follow
good.
that.
Did you start it?
Don't do the SHOE one though. It's very different. I wouldn't go that direction. So anyways, Diane Freeling in this movie, played by Jo Beth Williams. She's also in the other Poltergeist movies, The Big Chill. And here's the other thing too. I don't talk a lot about this movie because we don't talk about 90s movies. It might be even the 2000s. You ever seen Dutch?
Dutch? No, it sounds like Fletch, but like a bad version.
Ed O'Neill, Married with Children.
I like Ed O'Neill.
Okay, so
Little Giants.
she plays the mom in this, and basically Ed O'Neill is dating this woman and has to pick up her bratty son from school, and they have like a buddy
adventure?
flick, one day adventure thing.
Okay.
It's a good movie. It's
Yeah,
good.
it
You
sounds like
it.
One Fine Day.
Yeah, there you go. Excellent. That takes us to David
Kiefer.
Sutherland.
This is the most important role of the movie.
Stand By Me. So I think it was the Confused Breakfast podcast. They had a they had a TikTok.
That Ace became.
That Ace from Stand By Me is actually David from Lost Boys,
makes
which is
sense.
it's wild.
So obvious he went to a club one night and just got bit. And now he's been terrorizing people, driving people off the road.
He's the same
chicken.
character. He's
Yeah.
definitely the same character. Young Guns, Lost Boys, Stand By Me.
Young Guns, he's nice.
He is. Not in the 80s, but have you seen Flatliners?
No, I need to.
You need to add that to your Backdraft and Flatliners. I'm getting you into the 90s.
That's a Schumacher movie too, you know that?
I do.
Yeah.
I am aware, which makes sense because these guys meet people, they work with them, and they take them with them.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
You know Jim Carrey was considered for this role?
Oh, he would have been so bad.
Because of Once Bitten.
Yeah, but he would have been so bad.
Oh,
Let me tell you something.
shocker. He doesn't die in the end. Those are antler horns.
Oh, that's right. I read something about that.
Yeah, so he's in the other movies too.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I know.
But not as him. It's his brother from some other mother. Angus. Max, who do you have for replacing the infamous David? Kiefer Sutherland.
This was hard because this is an iconic role. Who else is going to pull off that mullet? I went Christian Slater, JD and Heathers.
That's a solid pick.
Unwavering confidence. Just I like Christian Slater.
He's great in Heathers. The other thing too about Christian Slater is that what's that movie? Very Bad Things. Like
I love that
he's.
movie.
I mean, I know it's not in the 80s, but he's got devil in his eyes. Like he can get away with a lot.
And also leads an innocent to the brink of the dark side
Oh,
in Heathers. Very similar.
yeah, all
Because
right.
he's funny. You're not supposed to like him, but you like him.
My pick will be your favorite of all of my picks.
Okay.
For sure.
Are you doing the obvious one?
I don't know if it's the obvious one, but it'll be your favorite. Pretty in Pink, Steph, James Spader.
Ah, that was my backup.
Dude, come on.
It's
perfect.
such a layup.
It's perfect.
He's so evil. That was the obvious one.
Yeah, I didn't know that was the obvious one. I have another one that I really like too, which is Roy Batty, Blade Runner, Ruger Hauer.
He's too old.
He's pretty young in Blade Runner.
He's like 30 again.
Whatever.
But Steph is the perfect character for
Steph
this.
is good.
The
Steph is
hair,
really good. Yeah.
the confidence. Oh my God.
Every time you say the hair, I think of Moana. The looks, the hair, the bod. What can I say except you're welcome? Have you seen Moana?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Good.
Spader just plays evil so well.
He does.
That contempt.
These are good picks. Max, we are ready to tackle our last character.
Probably not the best performance though. Michael's pretty terrible.
I know, and it's funny too because like I put Michael as the number one because I think he's the most important character and gets the most face time, but not the best performance.
No, not at all. Jason Patrick,
Yeah. So
he's great in that movie. God.
what else is he in? He's actually doing stuff now. He's like Law and Order, maybe.
Well, he's in
or-
Speed 2 Cruise Control with William Dafoe.
What's that movie? You know where the bus has to go 80 miles an hour? Fast bus? No.
The bus that couldn't slow down. Well, this one was a boat. But also The Rejects, or what is it called? It's some action movie with Idris Elba and Chris Evans.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Nope.
He plays the evil guy. He's awesome.
Sure.
Oh
Why
my
not?
God. Yeah, it's The Losers.
Oh, all right. There you go.
Have you seen it?
I've not.
There's a scene where Chris Evans' finger gun kills people while mouthing out Don't Stop Believing by Journey.
That's worth just see that.
I'll send you the scene.
Please do. All right. Max, to finish things out with Michael.
Say Michael a few more times.
Michael.
You know it's said 118 times in this movie?
I do know that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sad puppy.
Yeah.
Who do you got? Who do you got replacing the lead male protagonist?
So you need someone Tad Wooden.
Do we need someone wooden?
Yeah. Like the craziest
Should
happens.
pick like Woody from Toy Story.
Woody Johnson, the new New
Woody
York
Johnson. There you go.
Jets owner. Okay. I went Michael Schofling, Jake Ryan from 16 Candles.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Just a big hunk of man.
You know,
Not much to him.
Jake Ryan, the bohunk. I don't know, man. I get why you're saying it, but like I wanted to advance the role a little bit because to your point,
I went lowest common denominator.
you did. You're like, I'm just going to match him up and put a guy in there who did the same thing. I went Johnny Depp as Glenn from Nightmare on Elm Street.
I almost had that one.
Yeah, because I felt like it was early enough in his career where there was a little bit of the stiffness, but like you could still see Johnny Depp there, and it was good and it was fun. And I think
When
he
he's
would do
faking
it.
with his mom.
Yeah. So I thought that would be good. The other, I was thinking about Platoon. Like Johnny Depp in Platoon is fantastic.
That's a pretty good one too. Yeah.
So there you go.
Also
did it.
Rob Lowe.
Rob Lowe would have been nice.
Yeah.
From
Say No Almost Fire, Billy
I don't
Hicks.
know, he's in a bunch of movies.
It's
It could have been from the hockey movie
Youngblood. That would be good too, actually.
Actually, that would have worked as Youngblood.
That's the best one. Love Youngblood.
You do love Youngblood. So we wrap this up.
Oh, and Blood. Lost Boys. Blood. If his name is Blood.
Calm down. Tonight you need
the
to
name's
watch.
Vampy McBlooderson.
You need to watch Backdraft,
Flatliners,
and we'll have to go back and check the tape. I don't remember the third one. There's a third one.
Well, you gotta
out there.
watch Blowout.
I do have to watch Blowout. We've done it again, and that puts us.
Britney Spears. She's free.
Oops. Jesus.
What? She is.
I know, Max.
We play that song in the bar every night now at the end.
The bar where scores are kept.
Stop it. That's too much. I that out.
Sorry. Well, no, we won't. All right, Max, we wrapped it up. That means it's time for us to go into my favorite part of the show, other than when I get to mute you at the beginning and do the intro. This is my second favorite part of the show, and it is the Buzz in the Tower fan spotlight. Today's Buzz in the Tower fan spotlight is for Britt. Her Instagram handle is Hello Miss McFly. That's Hello MISSMCFLY.
What a great name.
Her bio line
It's a really
tells
good
you everything you need to know about Britt. 5'1" lady that loves cats, coffee, and 80s movies.
Winner. And she's wearing a Ducky shirt in her picture.
She looks young, so I'm kind of surprised that she's as much of a diehard 80s fan as she is, but she is a diehard. I know, she knows her stuff inside out. She's a fan of the show. She comments on a lot of our stuff and connects with us all the time on Instagram. And I am really interested to see what her pick is because she loves the Lost Boys.
Who doesn't?
Right? So let's see what she has to say.
Hello, this is Britt from Hello Miss McFly. And first of all, I just want to say that I love The Lost Boys. I think it is such a fun movie and so entertaining and creepy, which I love. And it is such a fantastic movie all year round, but it's an especially wonderful Halloween movie. And when I was thinking about different actors from the 80s that I would want to recast in The Lost Boys, an actor that came to my mind for the role of Max was Bruce Willis. And I think Bruce Willis would be such a hilarious and interesting choice because he has this element of mystery to him, and he would use his humor, and it would just be so funny. And I think it would have this weird energy and interaction, but it would be really entertaining to watch as well. I'm really curious to hear what you guys think of that.
Great Scott, Max. That's really good.
I would have never thought of that.
That's really good.
And it makes sense.
It makes perfect sense.
Because Bruce has the aggression at the end. He can flip the switch.
It's perfect. I'm thinking like Bruce Willis and the Expendables. Like that kind of Bruce Willis.
And McClane being like the professional, I want to save everybody, or being angry. Go to
Santa Clara, visit some friends, kill some vampires. Although he wouldn't be killing the vampires, he'd be killing the innocents.
Yeah, kill a few people.
Date Diane Weiss.
You have a good Bruce Willis.
That's not today. We'll see what it is tomorrow. Max, with that, we are finito.
We'll follow, like, subscribe to the podcast.
What am I thinking?
Yeah.
Dude,
I messed up last time.
We had a crazy spike. All of a sudden we had like 40% more people listening. So
people like the guilty pleasures.
I'll tell you what, if you're listening, I know every week we end the show the same way and we're like, oh, follow us. Like, truthfully, if you really like the show, the best thing you can do for us is, even above and beyond following and subscribing, tell your friends about it. Spread the word. We're really proud of the fact that when people listen to our podcast, they stay on and they listen to all the episodes and they don't bail. So for us, we just want to spread the word, because nothing would make Max and I happier than being the next Joe Rogan and just writing checks and buying up paraphernalia from 80s movies.
Elk blood, stuff like that.
Elk blood. It's a great idea.
And also we just hit 10,000 Instagram followers.
We did. Great work. That's all you, buddy. You are our social media master. Great work.
You tell me stuff and then I hone it in.
Well, I mostly yell at you and criticize you, but you deal with it well and you seem to be doing good. So it's working out well.
Crumbling on the
there you go. Perfect. I have nothing else to add to this recasting. The Lost Boys has been recasted. Join us next week and every week after, but in particular in October, as we continue down the scare path
Spooky
of podcasting.
I'm not scared yet.
And Caleb, I know you hate The Lost Boys and you're probably grinding your teeth through this whole episode, but we still love you.
Yeah, kind of.
Maybe. All right, Max. I'll see you next week.
Bye.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.